Imagine typing a sentence and watching AI turn it into a video. Not a slideshow, a full motion cinematic video. You don't need editing skills. You don't even need a camera. And if you're over 40 like me, don't worry, this tool makes it ridiculously easy. Hey, if we haven't met, I'm Rob and I help creators and entrepreneurs over 40 simplify tech so they can thrive online. And today, I'm pretty excited to share a new AI tool that's made a huge splash. It's called Dream Machine, and it comes from a company called Luma Labs. Stick with me and I'll show you what it does, why it matters for your content, and how you can start using it even if you've never touched AI before. So, what exactly is Dream Machine? Well, it's an AI image and video generation tool that turns text, yes, just plain text, into spectacular images and full motion video clips. So think a golden retriever surfing in Hawaii, or a drone shot of a futuristic city at night. You type it, Dream Machine makes it happen, usually in just seconds. Now, why is this a big deal? Because if you've ever wanted to make videos but felt blocked by complicated software or stock footage that feels generic or just doesn't meet your needs in order to show what you're trying to explain, or even just not knowing where to start, Dream Machine removes all of that. It's like having a Hollywood production assistant in your pocket. Let me walk you through just how simple this is. We'll jump over to my computer here. So click that link in the description box below and you're going to end up on this page. Now this is their home page, and what these are, they're called boards. They're essentially file folders that hold the different projects that you create. Now I will tell you right off the bat that this tool does a whole lot of different things, and I'm just not going to cover all of it because I don't want to confuse you. I just want to give you some of the basics here so you can create some videos and some images to help support your content creation journey. So these boards were here when I signed in, these three on the right-hand side, and this one with the little steam locomotive is one that I made yesterday just playing around with the software. So I'll just show you that quickly. This is just image creation, and I had it create a model steam locomotive, and all I had to do was type in up here on the left-hand side, I've got a model steam locomotive, and then let it do its thing, and these are the four images it came up with. So let's do another one. I'll just back up. Where I really see this kind of software being helpful for YouTube creators in particular is where you don't necessarily have a lot of selection for B-roll or images that might work well for your topic, your niche. So for example, the one I thought of was, what if you had a UFO channel? And there's not a lot of footage of UFOs naturally. I mean, there's some stuff out there, and of course everybody has their thoughts on whether or not it's the real deal or it's a fake of some kind. But if you wanted to tell a story, it's difficult to get your hands on that kind of footage. And so you might come to some software like this and create an idea board, create some images, and create some videos of UFOs. So I thought I would just do that as an example. So we're going to create a new board. We're going to come down here and click on the plus sign in the bottom center. And it gives you some options of prompts, the text that you want to type in to tell the software what to do. And if you're not very good at coming up with ideas for your niche, well, this might be helpful for you. But we know exactly what we want to do. So it's a UFO story we want to tell. Let's go right to the famous one, the Roswell incident. If you follow that stuff at all, that's probably the biggest one, and it brings lots of tourists to New Mexico every year. And in order to tell that story, we might need a picture of a UFO flying over the desert, which of course New Mexico is in the desert. And I'm going to, it'll create a video right away if you want to, but I'm going to set this to images. And I'm going to leave it at 16:9 because if I want to use them for YouTube, I need a widescreen image. And I'll go with that. I'll click at the bottom right here on this arrow now. and we'll let it do its thing, and it should create some images for us of a UFO flying over a desert. Let's see what it does. Now that is pretty cool. These are images that you're just going to have a hard time finding in stock photo banks and other sources. So now you've got something that's likely quite original, and you can take these and download them. The download button is here on the right hand side, and use them in your YouTube videos or for all kinds of other applications, obviously, as well. The next thing you can do, though, is you can actually turn these things into a video. And if I want to do that, it's just a matter of clicking this Make a Video button. I think this one's kind of neat with the night desert and the full moon. So I'm going to click on Make a Video and see what it does. Now the image is going to start as what's called the keyframe, and that's the image that starts the opening of the video that will be generated. You can add an end frame as well, just if you have some idea of how you want the video to turn out. But for the most part, you're just going to want to let this video generate itself and see what happens. You can give some additional instructions to the video generator here if you want to. For example, if I want this flying saucer to land on the desert ground here as opposed to flying away, I can specifically give the video generator that instruction. But I'm not going to give it any instruction. I'm just going to let it generate a video and see what it does for us. Wow, so this took about 5 minutes to generate, and sometimes it's faster than that. It just depends on how busy the system is when you're trying to create your content. But check this out. This is pretty amazing. The camera has a bit of a tilt as you get in underneath the flying saucer and start to look up at the sky at the same time. And it's really sharp and really clear. Very, very impressive. And yeah, it's only 5 seconds. So that's why I really think this kind of tool would be great for B-roll for your YouTube videos. And it would work very, very well. But check this out. I'm going to click on this video, and it's going to take me to a page here where I can make some changes if I want to. I can upscale it if I want to. I can extend the video. So it's only 5 seconds, but I could add some additional images as an end frame if I wanted to. Or I could actually create a 10-second video from the beginning rather than just have it do a 5-second video. But you're not going to want much more than 5 to 10 seconds anyway for B-roll, because any more than that is not going to be something that people pay attention to. And when you're talking about YouTube retention specifically, you just don't want to have a clip running for much longer than necessary. And 10 seconds is a bit long. I try to stick to 5 or 6 seconds at the most. So if I want to modify this, it's pretty simple. I just have to type in some additional instructions. Right now, the light at the bottom of the flying saucer is kind of a light blue color. Let's say I want to make that light yellow. So I'll just give it that instruction. Make the light at the bottom, make it yellow. And we'll click the arrow, and it's going to take some time to generate again. It's dreaming, as it says. I'm just going to click on that and open it, so I've got the full screen version. Okay, this modification was much faster. The regeneration happened in just maybe 90 seconds or so. And there we have it. The UFO now has a yellow light on the bottom. Now, we don't have it rising off the ground anymore. This is a completely different image, a different video. And unfortunately, it does that every time it regenerates with a modification. It creates something entirely new from scratch. So I'd actually go back to the previous version of this where the saucer is rising off the ground. I like that image much, much better. But if you really had to have a yellow light, there it is for you. And you can regenerate again and again if you want to until you get something you do like. By the way, you can toggle back and forth between the view of every idea or project you've created and those idea boards, the folders, so to speak. So this view is everything I've created and not deleted. So you can see my model steam locomotive stuff and my UFO stuff. If I want to go back and see the folders, the boards, I just go over to the left-hand menu here, and there's only 2 buttons. So I'm going to go to the one that's not active right now, click on that, and now I've got the view of the idea boards. Now I want to download that first UFO video I created. So I'm just going to open that idea board again. It opens right up to the last project that I completed, and this is the one I want. I don't want the revision of this one. I want this version. So I'm going to, from this view, click on the arrow, or if I'm back in the other screen where the modifications were being made, that's this one, I just go down to the 3 dots in the bottom right of the screen here, and I can click on download from there. And it'll download to my computer, to the downloads file, or wherever you have your downloads directed. And it downloads as an MP4 file, which is ideal because then you can plug it into your video editor and use it as part of your YouTube videos or whatever project you happen to be doing. Now, if you're like a lot of the people I've coached, you didn't grow up making digital videos or playing with AI tools. If you recorded videos, you probably had one of those big bulky Sony Betamax cameras or a similar VHS model, and you certainly did not have the internet. So I know what you might be thinking. This sounds pretty powerful, but is it really for me? Absolutely. Dream Machine is perfect for creators over 40 who want to add more visual punch to their content, or save some time, save some money, and finally step into the world of AI without getting too overwhelmed. There's no software to download, no video timeline to learn, and if you can type a sentence, well, you can use Dream Machine. Want to try it out for yourself? Just click the link in the description box to visit Dream Machine and start creating. I'll also drop a few of my favorite prompt ideas for some different YouTube niches below, just to help you get started a little bit faster. AI doesn't have to be scary, and as creators over 40, we have life experience and stories that are worth sharing. We just need the right tools to be able to bring them to life. And Dream Machine is definitely one of those tools when you can't find the right B-roll or stock footage to fill in the gaps. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button and join me as we simplify content creation one tool at a time, and make sure you check out one of these helpful videos next. I'll see you there.